Welcome back. I'm going to show you some very simple visualization techniques that you can take a look at some of the Twitter data. What we're going to do is we're going to do some word clouds and some word counts, very simple counts data, just to take a look at what the tweets contain. We're going to concentrate on the data frame that we downloaded last class that contains the words General Nicholson. We're going to use three packages in this video: the TM package, the word cloud package, and the word cloud 2 package. The TM is a text mining package, and that allows you to do a lot of the cleaning that we're going to have to do. So I'm going to run through a lot of the cleaning part, because that's not the concentration of the class. But basically, you have to get rid of a lot of it. You have to get rid of the spaces. You have to turn all the words from uppercase to lowercase. You have to get rid of the ats, the emojis, stuff like that. And that's what this next block of code is doing. So the first thing we have to do is we have to change all of our text into a corpus. It has to be a corpus, because that's the structure of data that the TM package works with. So I'm going to change all of the text, all of the tweets into a corpus, and this is going to remove our URLs, remove our emojis, our and symbols, our retweets, our at symbols, and those are functions that I named and then used down here. And punctuation, numbers, and stop words. Stop words are just those words in English that we use a lot of: the, and, or. They're really not very informative when we're doing analysis. And finally, we take out the white spaces. Now, after we clean the corpus, we have to turn it back into something we can actually plot. So we make it into a term document matrix. If you want to take a look at the term document matrix, it's just a huge, very, very sparse matrix saying, hey, in this document, in other words, in this tweet, you had general once, right? Really, all the tweets should have the word general in them, or Nicholson, one of the two. So after we've cleaned the data, I have to do just a little more manipulation of the data to get it to a point where I can plot it. But this gives us a frequency count of how many times the words come up in the tweets. So we have 161 instances of the word general, 157 instances of the word Nicholson. Now, logic dictates, because those aren't very information, I knew those were going to be in the tweets, I should probably take those out of the corpus, but for training purposes, it's okay. We'll just leave them in there, and they'll come up very large on our word cloud. So what we're going to do is we're going to do just a simple word cloud right now with the word cloud package. And as you notice, it makes a square word cloud. That limits the number of words to a max of 50. It makes general and Nicholson the biggest word and goes smaller from there. One thing that's key to point out here is you'll notice that there are a lot of foreign words. You're going to have a lot of foreign words when you're dealing with other countries. There are ways to deal with those. We're not going to cover that in this class. The other package I wanted to show you, which is actually really, really cool, is called Word Cloud 2. Word Cloud 2 creates a word cloud, but it's kind of cool because you can hover over it, and it'll tell you how many instances of those words. And it doesn't get rid of any words. It'll plot every single word. So you got helmet over here, you got meeting, updates, and such. Finally, what I think is also important, the word clouds look neat, but they're not very good for data analysis. What I want to know is maybe the top 10 words in tweets that contain General Nicholson. What I thought was interesting here was knife hand. I guess knife hand is even more popular than the word Mattis when it comes to tweets with General Nicholson. So in the fifth and final video, the next video, I will go over just a little more analysis. You could do some sensitivity analysis on the words that you derive from the tweets, and some sentiment analysis, and sentiment analysis on the emojis.